if we shrink the universe and turn the Earth into a grain of fine sand. So how big is the observable universe in comparison? If you think it's just a watermelon or a basketball, it's that big. That's a big mistake. Because the real universe is far bigger than humans imagine. It can even make you feel extremely fearful and desperate. First, let's start with the ground ball under our feet, which has a diameter of about 1,280 kilometers. If a commercial airliner flies around its circumference, it will take about 4 to 5 hours. However, for humans, the Earth has been huge enough. But if we reduce the size of all the stars in the Taeyong system to 1, after 9 one-times, the Earth ball becomes the size of a tennis ball, while the moon ball is like a bouncy ball, and their distance is only 2 at this time. 1 meter. However, in reality, the distance between the Earth and the moon is about 380,000 kilometers, which is enough to place all the stars in the Taeyong system. Among them, as the largest star in the solar system, Jupiter can hold 1/5 Earth spheres, but it is insufficient in front of the solar plane. Even if it is shrunk by 190 million times, the diameter of the sun reaches 7 meters, occupying almost the width of the entire street. At this point, we can feel the enormity of the sun, and it can even hold up to 1.3 million Earths. Not only that, the distance from the Earth to the sun is about 1,49600 million kilometers. If you drive to Taeyong and travel at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour without stopping, it will take about 176 years. This elongation is also called an astronomical unit, which is used to measure the distance from the celestial body to the sun. As the farthest Neptune star in the Taeyong system, it is 38 degrees away from the Taeyong, 600 million kilometers, equivalent to 30 astronomical units. So, how big is the entire Taeyong system? Scientists have discovered a huge structure composed of trillions of celestial bodies, and the Oort cloud is firmly enveloping the solar system. Its inner edge is at least 5,000 astronomical units, and the outer edge reaches a terrifying 100,000 astronomical units, and this scale has exceeded a light-year distance. The so-called light-year refers to the distance between the transmission of light in true space for 1 year and about 9.46 trillion kilometers. Even the farthest man-made probe, Voyager 1 in front of us, would take 1 light-year to complete, 70,000 years. Although the Taeyong system is already huge enough, when we expand our horizons to places as far away as humans can never reach, we will see that the Milky Way has as many as 4,000 stars like the Taeyong, and the small dot on the Orion hanging wall is our Taeyong system. If it were reduced to a coin, the entire galaxy would be roughly equivalent to 1 United States, and the Earth ball is so small that even a pixel on the screen is not high. Moreover, there are many stars here that are larger than the Taeyong. For example, 8 Sirius, which is 6 light-years away, is more terrifying than the sun, and is 20 times brighter than the sun. We can even see it with the naked eye in the clear night sky. Next, this larger star, Bigfoot. Its volume is 2 to 6 times larger than that of Taeyong, but its mass is only 1 of that of Taeyong. 1 times. The blue supergiant next to it is called Rust 7, and is located 863 light-years from the Earth. Although it looks incomparably larger, it is actually a star, 10 times lighter. There is only 1,000 years of history. What you see next is the dying Taeyong 5 billion years later. When the hydrogen element in the inner part of the Taeyong is completely depleted, it will expand to 2, 5, or 6 times the current size of the red giant, and the entire Earth will be completely swallowed up. This is the Rusty Temple, a huge red supergiant star with a diameter about 9 times that of the Sun, and about 700 light-years from the Earth. But it is now nearing the end of its life. In the future, it may turn into a terrible supernova. This is UI, a red superstar with a volume of 5 billion times that of the Taeyong. If it is replaced with the position of the Sun, its photosphere will reach the orbit of Saturn. As the largest star known to date, Stephenson 218 has a volume of 10 billion times that of the Sun, and can accommodate 10 billion suns, 300 million Earths. Even flying around it at the speed of light would take up to 9 hours. In comparison, it takes only 1 to 5 seconds to orbit the Sun. But even so, it is only one of many stars in the Milky Way, which is nearly 100,000 light-years away. Despite the size of the Milky Way, it is not the only star in the universe. For example, the Andromeda galaxy, which is closest to us, is nearly 200,000 light-years away, twice the size of the Milky Way, and contains as many as 1 trillion stars. Because it is about 2,500,000 light-years away from the Milky Way, it means that the Andromeda galaxy we see now is actually what it looked like 2,500,000 years ago. If there is an advanced alien planet that uses a super telescope to observe the Earth, then what it sees is not what we do today, but the human ancestors who could walk upright 2 to 500,000 years ago. Although the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxy are both part of the local galaxy group with a diameter of 1,000 light-years and include dozens of galaxies, they are also overnight in front of the Virgo supergalaxy cluster. This is a huge group of at least 1 galaxies, each of which has dozens of galaxies. The diameter of the Virgo supercluster is as high as 100 million light-years away. The volume is 1,000 billion times that of the Milky Way. At this time, do you feel that our Earth is like dust in a speck of dust? Not only that, there is also a giant galaxy here, IC1101. Its diameter can reach 5 to 50,000 light-years, and the number of stars is 4 times that of the Milky Way. What is even more frightening is that there is a supermassive black hole hidden in its center, with a mass of about 40 billion times that of the Taiyang dynasty. When it comes to black holes, we cannot fail to mention the largest single black hole in the universe, TON 618. It is 200 million light-years away from us, and the upper mass limit is about 60 billion Taiyang. This means that it may be heavier than all the stars in the Milky Way combined, with a diameter of 3860 billion kilometers. And even if it orbits it at the speed of light, it would take up to several months. To give you a better understanding of the distance between them, if the Milky Way is a coin, the fairy galaxy is 0.6 meters away. The maid in the center of the supercluster is a noodle packet 15 meters away, and IC1101 is like a USB stick 254 meters away. TON 618 is in the position of 4, a needle 5 kilometers away. It can be seen from this that how big is the city's super new theater troupe. But Yuju's nesting doll game is far from being tied, because the Virgo supergalaxy cluster is located in a larger structure, spanning up to 5. The 200 million light-year Laniakea supercluster. It contains at least 100,000 galaxies, and the Milky Way is just a small dot in it. The Laniakea supercluster is part of the Pisces goldfish supercluster complex, which is composed of 6 star clusters and has an extension of more than 1 billion light-years. Even the huge Virgo supercluster accounts for only 0 of its total mass, 1%, and already. Just when we thought this was the largest structure in the universe, another giant structure appeared before us. Its longest end is about 10 billion light-years away. It spans almost 1/10 of the entire observable universe. It is the Great Wall of the Northern Coronation of the Five Immortals, the largest single structure in the universe known to mankind at present, and the number of galaxies in it is even more incalculable. This discovery once made scientists begin to doubt the theory of the explosion, because in the 380 million years of the birth of the universe, the foundation was not enough to form such a huge structure. Even the scientific community is still debating whether we have misunderstood the question of the age of the universe. If so, where is the boundary of the universe? Through the data of spectral red sound phenomena and the background radiation of the universe's microwaves, it is finally calculated that the observable universe is a sphere with the Earth as the center and a diameter of 93 billion light-years. There are not only hundreds of billions of galaxies in this range, but also more stars than all the sand on the Earth combined. At this time, you will find a question. Why is the radius of the observable universe 650 million light-years instead of 800 million light-years? This is because the universe has been expanding, so that the light emitted by the earliest formed celestial bodies has been pushed to more distant areas by the accelerated expansion of the universe in the process of propagation. In addition, under the limitation of the universe's constant speed of light, it is also meaning that the light emitted from distant galaxies will never be able to reach the Earth in the limited life of human beings. In this regard, scientists speculate that the entire universe is at least 250 times the size of the observable universe, and the width may exceed 7 trillion light-years. Finally, let us make an ultimate big and small comparison. If the Milky Way is reduced to a millimeter of sand, then the Lady of the Lady is a guitar, and the Laniakea super new troupe is a canoe. The Pisces Golden Pisces complex is a small base, and the Great Wall of Wuxian North Burma is the goddess of freedom. The diameter of the entire observable universe is the highest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, with a height of 8.2 or 8 meters. Now we return to the question at the beginning. If the Earth is a grain of sand, then in this analogy, the observable universe is 30 times larger than the Taiyang. And we live in this dust-like grain of sand, looking up at this vast universe that is so large that it is impossible to imagine and full of unknown.